Hi everybody, this is the Prospect Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, welcome back to the Prospect Hut. Hopefully you like this video and hit that subscribe button. We got a little news for you. You're a Mets fan in the Mets minor league system. It seems like a prospect or a former prospect the Mets had being sent back to the team which he came, and that was the Mets. There's some MLB trade rumors. Rays returned Rule 5 pick Nate Lavender to the Mets. Rays announced that Rule 5 pick Nate Lavender went unclaimed on waivers and was returned to the Mets. He'll be back in the New York organization without occupying a spot on the 40-man roster. Lavender never got a shot with Tampa Bay. The former 14th round pick had undergone internal brace surgery in May of 2024. The Rays took a flyer on him in the Rule 5 draft halfway through his rehab. They had hoped he'd make it back in the second half of the 2025 season and battle for a spot in the bullpen, big league bullpen. It didn't happen. As it appears, he suffered some kind of setback. Well, that's not good. Lavender didn't pitch at any level this year. It was designated for assignment while the injured list went away last week. Wow, that's too bad. Rule 5 draftees need to spend their entire first season in the new organization on the MLB roster or injured list. Lavender met that criteria, but they also need to spend at least 90 days on the active roster in total. That doesn't happen in year one because of injury or suspension. The player's Rule 5 status carries into the winter and following season. The silver lining for the 25-year-old southpaw is that he spent a season on the Major League injured list, picked up a year of service time, and more importantly, was paid the $160,000 league minimum salary. Wow. That's no small matter for a player who received a $125,000 signing bonus at draft time and had never been occupied a spot on a 40-man roster. That said, it's obviously disappointing that he wasn't healthy enough to audition for a long-term bullpen spot in Tampa Bay. Wow. The Illinois product will try to earn that opportunity with the Mets. Lavender struck out nearly 37% of opponents while combining for a 2.98 ERA between the top two minor league levels in 2023. If he's healthy, he'll probably get a non-roster invite to big league training, spring training camp. Easy for me to say. Even if he doesn't break camp, he could put himself on the radar for a midseason promotion. Continues missing bats at the level with AAA Syracuse. Now, I would mention I have a few scan reports of him on this channel. The biggest thing with Lavender prior to the injury was that he walked a lot of batters. He does throw hard. He's left-handed, but he does walk batters. But the Mets were very high on him going into 2024. And then he got hurt. He was getting a long look at spring training last year, and then he got hurt in May. Then you knew there was a problem because he wasn't really pitching much, and when he pitched, he was ineffective. And then he got hurt, and then I guess the Rays picked him up last year because they didn't protect him on the 40-man roster. And I was a little surprised the Mets didn't protect him because they were very high on him. Or at least the organization was. I don't know if David Stearns was, but he's back with the Mets, so we'll see what happens now. But welcome back, Nate Lavender, back with the Mets. I'm sure you all wonder what ever happened to him.